As I mentioned, I'm joined by my co-pilot, Peanutbuster, for a meditative walking session designed to flush the stress, protect your memory, and reclaim your biological autonomy. Put your walking shoes on. It's time to bridge the gap between your stride and your subconscious. Let's get to the science.
Drifting down from the static on the surface into a quiet hum inside the vastness.
We've been told for decades that walking is good for the heart. But what if I told you that every step you take is actually a clinical intervention for your brain? Most people view burnout as a mental state, but it's actually a physiological clog in your glymphatic system, the brain's internal waste management protocol. Now, you can have some hormonal ups and downs as well in there, with the inability to handle stress. So when the system stalls, dementia risk rises, memory fades, and your nervous system redlines. So lack of productivity when you're young can lead to dementia long term. Today, we are moving from theory to activation. I'm going to break down the neuroscience of why rhythmic movement is the ultimate brainwash, and then we're going to take that science on the road with my dog, Peanutbuster. Ever walk into a room and completely forget why you were there? Or have a name just vanish from your mind, even though it's right on the tip of your tongue? Those little moments of forgetfulness can feel unsettling. They poke at a quiet, nagging fear that many of us have about what the future holds for our minds. It's a deeply personal concern, touching our identity, our independence, and our connection to the people that we love. What if I told you that one of the most powerful tools to protect your brain is not a complicated puzzle, it's not an expensive supplement, as much as I love them, or some trendy superfood, even though I love those more? What if it's something you've been doing your whole life? Compelling research has revealed that the simple, rhythmic act of walking is linked to a massive reduction in dementia risk. It's not just about prevention. We love that too. Walking can actively help your brain forge stronger connections and even grow. Yes, your brain can grow. And today we're going to get into this incredible science that explains exactly how this works. And then I'm going to guide you on a walk right here, right now, so you can start activating your brain's natural defense system right now. So first, let's talk about a growing crisis and a simple solution. We're facing a global health crisis. You may notice doctors, news discussing dementia, and it's affecting over 55 million people worldwide. But get this, that number is projected to nearly triple by 2050. That statistic can feel overwhelming, leaving us feeling powerless against what many people think is just a normal part of aging. Or a crapshoot. I hope I don't get dementia when I'm older, or my grandmother had dementia. I hope I don't get it. But in fact, the science tells a different story. A huge portion of dementia cases may be preventable through the lifestyle choices we make every single day. It's easy to think that the solutions are out of reach. Grueling gym routines, or drastic life overhauls, or oodles and oodles of supplements, or designer medications even before they've been built yet. But the most profound solution is actually the most accessible for most of us. It's right outside your door, it's on your treadmill, it's down the hallway. Too simple to even pay attention to. Walking isn't just an exercise for your body, it is medicine for your brain. It is a deliberate act of taking control, a daily declaration that you're investing in your future mental clarity. When we understand the powerful neurological processes that a simple walk sets in motion, it transforms from a mundane task, something that we don't like to do every day, into a profound act of self-care. It puts the power to protect your most vital organ right back where it belongs, with you. So 3 ways walking rewires your brain. Let's get into it. How does putting one foot in front of the other translate into a healthier, more resilient brain? The science is both elegant and powerful. 2 things that I love. Let's break it down into 3 key mechanisms. First, walking supercharges your brain's dedicated cleaning service. If you've been following my channel for a while, it's only a couple months old, but deep inside your brain is a network called the glymphatic system. And I have a nightly hypnosis video of how to clean your glymphatic system while you sleep. Think of the glymphatic system as a microscopic cleaning crew that flushes out toxic proteins and metabolic junk that builds up. Perhaps Mario and Luigi are sweeping out your central nervous system and sweeping out your cerebral spinal fluid every night. Think of it like that. 2 of these proteins that build up are called beta amyloid and tau, and these are the main culprits behind the damage seen in Alzheimer's disease. When you walk, your heart pumps more blood, and studies suggest that this increased blood flow helps power the glymphatic system. So although the glymphatic system is known to recharge and to clean itself at night, it also does so by moving fluid through the brain to efficiently clear out that dangerous waste. And it does this very well while we exercise, while we walk. Physical exercise has been shown to significantly enhance this clearance process, helping prevent the toxic buildup that leads to neurodegeneration. Buzzword for 2026. Second, walking releases what can only be described as miracle grow for your brain cells. So get this, every time you do aerobic exercise, which is something that you can do for more than 20 minutes that requires oxygen, such as a brisk walk, your brain releases a powerful protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF is absolutely critical for neuroplasticity. What's neuroplasticity? If you know Joe Dispenza, neuroplasticity is the brain's incredible ability to adapt and form new connections so you can learn new things as you grow older. It not only helps existing neurons survive, but it also stimulates the growth of entirely new ones. So you are actually growing your brain cells daily. And this is a process called neurogenesis. This happens primarily in the hippocampus. Where is the hippocampus? It's the brain's memory center, which is the exact area that tends to shrink in late adulthood, right? We lose our memory because our hippocampus shrinks. But this is where the majority of neurogenesis happens, where we are able and capable of growing new brain cells. Amazing. And what this does is effectively reverses the age-related volume loss by 1 or 2 years. So walking releases BDNF, which allows our brain to grow. And as our brain grows, it reverses age-related volume loss by 1 or 2 years. Third, walking opens up a superhighway of nutrients for your brain. This is basic physiology. Beyond the specific action of waste clearance and BDNF, the fundamental increase in blood flow from walking is profoundly beneficial. Standing on your head, also walking. More blood means that oxygen and more essential nutrients are delivered to every corner of your brain. This improved circulation can reduce inflammation and high blood pressure, and it improves the health of the tiny blood vessels deep within the brain, called capillaries, all major risk factors for cognitive decline. So it creates the perfect environment for your brain to function at its best, repair itself, and resist the damaging effects of aging. So what are the magic numbers? How much? How often? How fast? Understanding the science is empowering, but let's translate it into a real-world plan. The number one question is always, how much do I really need to walk? The research gives us some wonderfully clear and encouraging answers. Now, maybe you've been trying to walk for 20 minutes a day in order to go into fat-burning mode. Maybe you've been trying to take 10,000 steps per day. Okay, so these are great goals. How close are they to what the research says? And how can you do more? And how can you do less? You don't need to run a marathon. Major studies found that walking just around 3,800 steps a day is associated with a 25% lower risk of developing dementia. This is a massive return on a very achievable investment. And if you're looking for increased ROI, keep listening. Now for the sweet spot, the optimal dose where the benefits appear to be maximized is around 9,800 to 10,000 steps per day. So if you have been doing that, good job. Hitting this target was linked to an incredible 50% reduction in dementia risk. Interestingly, the research also showed that walking much more than 10,000 steps didn't seem to provide that much more extra protection. So you don't really need to walk 13,000, 15,000, 20,000, or 40,000 steps a day. You can cut it at 10,000 in order to protect your brain. But here's where it gets even more interesting. It's not just about how many steps you take, but how fast you take them. Intensity matters. Research shows that walking with purpose provides an extra layer of protection. People who walked at a brisk pace, defined as over 40 steps per minute, were able to cut their dementia risk by 57% with just over 6,300 steps. Wow. So you can actually walk a little faster and take a little shorter in order to get a better result. The most powerful results of all came from those who engaged in power walking at a pace of 112 steps per minute. Walking this fast means that just 30 minutes of this type of brisk walking was linked to the greatest risk reduction, 62% reduction in dementia risk. So what does brisk feel like? It's not a sprint. A simple rule of thumb is that you should be able to hold a conversation, but you shouldn't have enough breath to sing easily. It's about getting your heart rate up and letting your body and your brain know that this is a focused effort. Maybe your heart rate would be about 100 to 110 or 120, depending on how fit you are. Do you have a health mystery that just won't clear up? I'm Dr. Millie Lytle, the clinical detective. With my burning question review, you send me your specific health struggle and your recent labs. I'll do a deep dive audit to find the missing data and give you a clear, recorded answer. No more guessing. Click the link below to get your review for just $169. Let's solve it. Is your gut saying one thing, but your logic says another? That internal tug of war is exhausting. I'm Dr. Millie. I created the Clarity prescription to end that worry and bring you mental peace. You'll get 5 45-minute one-on-one virtual sessions with me to resolve deep internal conflict. Click the link in the description to book your sessions for $9.97. Your clear path is waiting. Now that we know why walking is so protective, let's put it into practice. Knowledge is one thing, but experience is where the real change happens. I invite you to join me for a short, guided walk. You can do this right now, on a treadmill, around your living room, or out in the fresh air. If you're driving or can't walk at this moment, just save this for later. This is your time. All right, let's begin. Start walking at a comfortable, natural pace. For these first few moments, just bring your awareness to your body. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the gentle rhythm of your stride. Your foot makes contact, rolls through, and lifts off again. One step and then the next. Bring your attention to your breath. Don't change it, just notice it. The air flowing in and the air flowing out. Let your shoulders relax, lifting them up towards your ear and dropping them away. Repeat a couple of times while finally dropping your shoulders away from your ears. Release any tension you might be holding in your jaw or your hands or your skull. Now let's connect this movement to your mind. As you continue, Feel your heart rate start to climb just a bit. That's your body's engine warming up. I want you to visualize that increased blood flow as a powerful, nourishing river. Picture this river flowing up from your chest, through your neck, and into your brain, reaching every single part of your mind. This isn't just blood, it's a delivery of life-giving oxygen and nutrients, feeding your brain cells, keeping them healthy and vibrant. Send some gratitude for you, for being here, showing up. Send some gratitude to your brain, to your blood, to your heart. With each step, bring to mind that cleaning crew, your glymphatic system. Picture that flowing river of fluid moving gently through your brain. Imagine it washing between your neurons, between those brain cells, collecting the metabolic junk and toxic proteins. Visualize it flushing everything away, leaving your brain feeling clean, clear, refreshed, and hydrated. Every step is an act of cleansing. Now, let's wake up your brain's creative force. As you walk, visualize your brain releasing that incredible protein, BDNF. Picture it as a tiny spark of golden light popping up through your memory centers, like popcorn, like snap, crackle, pop. BDNF, tiny sparks of golden light. See these sparks as a powerful fertilizer, encouraging your brain cells to grow, to reach out, and to form new, stronger connections. With every minute that passes, with every step you take, you are literally building a better brain, one that is more resilient and capable of storing your most precious memories. If you feel comfortable, let's pick up the pace just a little. Let's move into that brisk zone where your breathing is a little deeper and your heart is beating a little stronger. This is the sweet spot. If you were to take your pulse, it should be just over 100. This is where you're maximizing that waste clearance, maximizing that BDNF release, sending endorphins so that you create your natural painkillers, and maximizing the protection for your mind. As your pace increases, your heart pumps more blood, more oxygen gets delivered to your brain, more nutrients get delivered to your brain. And the further the blood goes, all through all the small capillaries, small vessels, tiny areas in between all the cracks and crevices in your brain, leaving no stone untouched, maximizing the protection for your brain, for your mind. Stay with this for a few more moments. Feel the power in your legs, the rhythm of your breath, and the incredible silent work happening inside your head. You are actively fighting for your future mind with every single step. Continue at this pace for as long as you like, for as long as feels comfortable for you. And press pause on me so that you can rejoin me at the end when you're ready to slow it down. Now let's begin to slow it down, returning to a gentle walk. Take one last deep cleansing breath. And when you're ready, bring your walk to a snail's pace and then stop. Just stand still for a moment and feel the effects. If you need to walk some more, to walk it off, depending on how long you've been at it, pause me again till you're ready to stop. Just notice the energy in your body and the clarity in your mind. And celebrate yourself for having gone on this walk for me. It's the small wins that count, because the small wins create the big, giant leaps forward. That feeling of empowerment you have right now is something you can tap into every single day. The real key to unlocking the long-term brain benefits of walking isn't about just crushing one intense workout. It's about consistency. The research is clear. If you stop the exercise, the benefits can fade. A walking habit isn't a temporary fix. It's a lifelong prescription for a healthier mind. So how do you build this habit? Start small. If you're not active now, don't shoot for 10,000 steps tomorrow. Just aim for a repeat of the same walk, or aim for a 10-minute walk. Next week, maybe it'll be 15. The goal is to build momentum that feels good for you, doable for you, that actually lasts, that you can continue to do with enjoyment, with joy, with ease, with excitement, and with celebration. Schedule your walks. Put them in your calendar like a doctor's appointment. Treat them as non-negotiable meetings with your future self. Find a walking buddy, listen to a great podcast or audiobook, or just enjoy the quiet. Put yourself at the top of your to-do list. Never put yourself last. If you put yourself last, that's where you'll end up. Do whatever it takes to make it something you look forward to. And finally, if you feel so inclined, track your progress. Use a simple tracker or the health app on your phone. I use the Apple Heart Health app on my iPhone. Seeing these numbers climb day after day is incredibly motivating and holds you accountable to the commitment you've made to your brain. Plus, you can chart your steps, you can track your miles, and you can see where you've landed this week compared to this week last year. Today we learned that you hold an incredibly powerful key to your own brain health. We've seen how a simple walk can activate a deep cleaning system in your brain, release Miracle Grow for your neurons, and is linked to slashing your dementia risk. So I have a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, I want you to try to hit that first crucial milestone, 3,800 steps. If this isn't for you, come back to it when it is. It's the proving starting point, however, for a 25% reduction in dementia risk, and it's an achievable goal for almost everyone. If this video has empowered you to take control of your brain health, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed strategies to a healthier and sharper life, where we prevent burnout by activating chemicals in our brain, clearing waste products that we no longer need, and just learning to relax and enjoy our lives. Remember, every single step you take is a vote for a resilient mind. Thank you for joining me. Now go for that walk.